Okay, let's talk about two little words that, might be running your life way more than you think. I'm sorry. We're going to dive into the hidden psychology behind why so many of us say it all the time.
So, does this sound familiar to you? Maybe you start a work email with "so sorry to bother you," or you find yourself apologizing for something that's completely out of your control. We've all been there, right? I mean, it is such a classic reflex, isn't it? This exact scenario happens constantly. But why? Seriously, why do we automatically take the blame when we are definitely not at fault? Well, this is what we're calling the unnecessary apology. And it's so much more than just some quirky habit. We're going to really unpack the real reasons we do this. It's so easy to just write this whole thing off as being polite. Oh, I'm just being nice. But what the psychology actually shows is something way, way deeper. There's a really complex mechanism at play here.
And here it is. This is the core idea, that constant sorry isn't just a word you're saying, it's a shield. It's a protective tool that your mind has literally developed to help you navigate the world and all its potential conflicts. So let's totally reframe this. This isn't just a bad habit. No, it's a deep-seated survival strategy. It's our subconscious mind trying to manage our environment and, get this, avoid a conflict before it can even get started. So if it's a survival strategy, that begs the question, what are we trying to survive from? Well, the research points to 4 hidden psychological roots. Let's break them down. So this little journey is going to take us through 4 key areas. It all starts in our childhood, then it can evolve into a fear of rejection, it gets all tangled up with our self-worth, and it can even turn us into emotional managers for basically everyone else. All right, let's start with the first one. For so many people, this habit kicks off in childhood. If you grew up in a house where, mistakes were met with anger or really unpredictable reactions, you learn fast how to preemptively smooth things over. Apologizing just becomes this tool for safety, a way to manage a situation you feel like you can't control otherwise. I mean, just think about that mindset for a second. It's not about admitting you did something wrong, it's about preventing a storm before it even forms. Sorry becomes this magic word to diffuse tension and keep the peace, especially if you felt like you were constantly walking on eggshells. And of course, that childhood need for safety doesn't just vanish. It can totally shape our adult relationships, and it often evolves into this really deep-seated fear of rejection. The apology then becomes a preemptive strike to stop people from getting upset with you in the first place. So at its heart, that "I'm sorry" is actually a plea. It's really saying, please don't be mad at me. Please don't leave me. It becomes this tool that we use to keep our social connections safe, and it's all driven by this fear that just one wrong move could break everything. Okay, now this third reason is incredibly powerful. When you struggle with low self-worth, you can start to feel like your very presence is an inconvenience to other people. Your needs, your thoughts, your existence itself, it can all feel like something you need to apologize for. And this is where you might find yourself saying sorry for asking a totally valid question in a meeting, or for just taking up a seat on the bus. Because deep down, there's this feeling, this uncertain question of, do I even have the right to be here? And finally, the fourth cause. This is where you become an emotional caretaker. You see someone else is upset, and your immediate gut instinct is to fix it by apologizing, even when you did absolutely nothing to cause their mood. It's really about restoring your own sense of safety by trying to manage their emotions. I mean, have you ever actually done this? A friend is quiet or tense, and you find yourself blurting out, "I'm sorry," almost trying to soak up their bad mood just to make that tension go away. That is a classic example of this whole pattern. So after digging into all of these really deep-rooted causes, the big question is, what do we do about it? How in the world do we break this cycle? So what's the real key here? It is not about banning the word sorry from your vocabulary overnight. The true power lies in awareness. That moment when you pause and ask yourself why you're about to apologize, that is the beginning of real change. And I want you to remember this, you don't need to apologize for having needs, or for taking up space, or for asking questions. You just have a right to exist, to be human. So I'll leave you with a little challenge. What is one small, totally unnecessary apology that you can just let go of this week? Just one. Think about it, because that's the first real step to reclaiming your space.